when you have that kind of size advantage, they did a really good job of going through the high post and finding the weak side big. And there wasn't much we could do about it at times because that dude is 6'8" down there. So some of the things we talked about at halftime about, with our guards and communication and taking away the high post, we didn't do for quite a few possessions. And you know what? They knocked down some shots. They did some good things when they needed to. I mean, they're a good team. They're long, they're athletic, they're big, and if they don't block your shot, they alter your shot. And, so I thought at times we did a really nice job blocking out and moving them out a little bit and limiting them to one shot. And that was mostly in the first half. And in the second half, maybe not quite so good at limiting them to one shot. And when you give up multiple shots to a team with that size and athleticism, and then they got some kids that can shoot from the outside, you give them extra possessions and extra shots, and sooner or later they're going to start knocking some stuff down, and they did. And, so we did some good things. There were some good pieces in that game, just not enough of them.
Do you worry a little bit about this team? As I look at kind of the stat sheets the last handful of games or so far this season, it seems like, at least field goal percentage-wise, this team always seems to start a little bit slow in the first half and then shoot it a little bit better come the second, even though maybe tonight wouldn't be evident in that.
Right.
They pulled away a little bit on you. But do you worry about slow starts kind of becoming the norm, I guess?
One of the things that we've talked about, and that I tell them every game, is I don't think we've shot the ball as a team like we're capable of all year. I don't think we've had one game. We might have one or two guys that are knocking down some shots and some other guys that are missing great looks. You look at tonight's game, we had some great looks, especially early on. And I bet you we missed our first 5 or 6 shots again. So at some point in time, when we get our guys shooting like I think they're capable of shooting, and if we can ever put it all together and knock down some shots, we're going to be okay. But our shooting percentage is much lower than I would think that it should be. And we talk about that every day. We get shots every day. We work on those things every day. My hope is that at some point in time, we'll start shooting the ball like we're capable as a team. We've got 3 or 4 guys that I think can shoot the ball, and they just haven't shot it this year like they should be shooting it. What does that mean? It means more shots, more reps. We got to get ourselves into rhythm. And I wanted that game to come tonight. And, we didn't shoot the ball great again tonight. So we just have to keep working. We got to keep getting better at some stuff. This is a really good group of guys. They work hard. But I think Jeffrey hit it on the head. Our communication has got to be better. We can't have empty possessions. We have to control tempo. We have to limit teams to one shot. And at times we did a pretty good job of all of those tonight. But not consistently enough.
Against Joliet, who's coming to town on Saturday in your second conference game, how important is it, especially in the N4C, to really, make sure that things don't spiral downward too quickly in the sense that you don't lose, your first 4 or 5 games, because you obviously want to stay competitive within the conference. So that said, does that put more pressure on this team with Saturday and Joliet coming to town?
Well, I don't think it puts any more pressure on us than would be on us anyway. Joliet they're always a fantastic team. They're very well coached. They have a great staff. They have good players. They are always one of the top 2 teams in this conference. And you saw the other one tonight. Usually Triton and Joliet are up there in the top 2 or 3 every single year. So the bigger thing, I think, is that in this conference, because it's so good, you really want to try to win as many home games as you can. You want to kind of hold your home court and then hope that you can steal one away at their place. So the bottom line is we've got to get ready for Joliet because they are going to be really, really good. And we know what we're going to get with Joe's teams. They will not beat themselves. They're well coached. They're talented, athletic. They'll shoot it well. They'll bang the boards. They'll do all the things that Joe's teams always do, and they're very good defensively. So we just have to get more consistent with the things that we need to do. And yeah, we don't want to start out 0-2 in this conference, but we are starting out with the two best teams in our conference. The hope is that we'll play really well on Saturday. We'll be 1-1, and then we go on the road next week to Milwaukee, who is also one of the better teams in the conference always.